What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy O, man. It's been some time coming, but we back, man. We back. It's after the season. I finally got time. I know I said in that last video, you know what I'm saying, that I was gonna have time to edit. Been a lot, man. My life has changed tremendously in 6 months, and it's been so crazy. This video kind of self-explanatory. It says for itself, and I just want to, go into a little bit of detail about, you know what I'm saying, why I entered the portal, from App State, and why I'm where I am now today at the school I am at, today. And kind of like want to go into like the depths of it too, because this video can be very informational for some kids or some athletes out there that's trying to, do it, or that's going through it, or that hasn't not yet went through it, and they're just kind of like curious to know about, what it's like going through that process, and like kind of just give you, my own spill, what I'm saying. It was no crazy bad blood, or like no bad blood period between like at the program or App State, you know what I'm saying, or the coach or anything like that. It's just like through my process, I really wasn't playing. The coach that I was, kind of under, he I just felt like I had to be perfect, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he thought I had to be perfect too. And which made it hard for me to play. Like I'm more of a player that, I play fast and confident, and that's the best way I can play. And there was some stuff on my part too that I messed up on the app. Like I was just being, it was some stuff that I did with just being young. I wasn't totally locked in, I want to say, one of my years of school. Just because I was just having some on the field issues, not being able to play, kind of just like in my head, just young minded stuff, to be honest with you. I think at the time that I wish I listened more to the people that were trying to tell me, to lock in, honestly. But it was in due time. I think that it was in my best interest for me to leave, honestly. They had bought in, a couple guys before me my freshman year, and also they was bringing in guys also the year after that too. After my following sophomore year, which I thought I played pretty good. Made a couple plays, you know what I'm saying? I had, a pick at App. I had few tackles. I thought I played pretty good. I thought I practiced well at App. I thought I didn't practice. Like I thought I bought energy every day. I thought I bought 100 every day. Just stuff that I can control too. Little things that I thought that I did well though there while I was there. And the coaches also thought that it was my best interest to leave too. Not saying that. Um, they pulled me into an office actually one day, and this is the day that I actually entered the portal. Because up until that day, I was like App State all the way. Like I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna make the best out of the opportunity while I'm at App. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the reason that but anyways, I was actually working out. I was running hills on the field, and my coach had saw me, my position coach, and he was looking out the window or whatever. And while working out, he had called me while I'm walking on the field. He was like, "Where you at?" And I was like, "I'm working out." And I can see him seeing me. Like I'm talking to him. I can see him talking to me on the phone. Like he sees me. And he was like, "Oh, that's you right there?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, shower up and come talk to me after." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like this like normal time. Like I talked to my position coach plenty of times throughout my time being there at. So I just thought of it like, any other conversation. Then it got a little weird because coach, our recruiting analyst came in and was like, he was like, basically he sat down, closed the door behind him, and then our GA came in there too. And the GA is like the assistant or whatever of the position coach. He came in, he sat down too. He sat down. I was having an intervention. Like everybody was coming to sit down and like talk to me. So I'm like, what's going on? And like in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I'm like, like they're gonna make me transfer. Like this what it's like. This when it's happened. So I'm like, dang, like I'm finna like they finna get me up out of here, coach. Like, and I'm gonna show you exactly how he turned around too. Exactly how he did it too. First of all, we got like a window. Like just imagine it's a window right here, right? He got his feet kicked up, right? He spins around like he like an evil scientist in a layer type beat, and put his hands together like this and on the desk. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't really listening. Cause at that point, I just like became numb to everything. It's surreal for me. Like I was having like a canon event. It didn't feel real. Out his mouth was like, "We think you should transfer," or like, "We think, have you thought about transfer?" Something like that. And I'm like, So at that point, I'm like, I probably said like 10 words for real at this point. And I'm just sitting there, like I'm just like looking at him and like listening to everything you're saying, just not in my head. Like, yes, like, yeah, I feel you this in the third, but I'm hurt, like deep inside. Like I'm not trying to show that I'm like, you know what I'm saying, that I'm hurt, but like deep down inside, I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was hurt. He was like, the GA gonna help me make a film. Da, 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 da. I'm like, all right, bet. I was like, I appreciate you for, the opportunity that y'all gave me here at pretty much. Went to the compliance office like right after that meeting. I went right to the compliance office and enter my name in. Well, I called my people first and told them like everything that happened and told them the conversation what happened with them too. And then I entered my name into the transfer portal right after that. And it was like one of the scariest, I'm not gonna lie, that was like one of the scariest like days and like weirdest days of my life. I'm not even being dramatic, bro. Like, I woke up that morning not even thinking I was like gonna be in the portal, not thinking my name was gonna be in the portal. And then just like that, like it was like it's real life. And that's kind of like what made me lock in at this point in where I am is real life. Like, this real life, like life don't it don't care about you, bro. Like, you got to get yours, pretty much what I'm saying. And that's kind of like the mentality I kind of instilled and I got from that. I think App State for instilling that mentality in me. I appreciate them 100% for that. I'm not gonna lie, my grades honestly were in the bed. Like, I finished like that semester when I had entered the portal. I finished strong. Like, I think I had like the lowest grade I had was a C. Like, I finished pretty strong that semester. Like, I did great to get me out of the slump I was with my grades in. But like, I can tell you this: before you do enter the portal, make sure your grades are straight. Because the difference between you going, I mean, film matters, but the difference between you going group of 5, P5, FCS could be like your grades. Because some schools, they don't accept like all your credits from your other colleges you coming into. And that means just like all your credits mean like your classes and your hours, pretty much. Like, all that may not count. So like, you may have to start some classes over at the school that you just transferred to. At App, I could have been like a junior. Most of my credits did count, but I could have transferred to Tech and been a sophomore all over again. Like, some kids took like classes like how to make babies or something like that. I heard like one dude say that, and that class didn't transfer over to Tech because that class isn't a Tech class, if you get what I'm saying. So some people, like, that stuff matters too, you know what I'm saying? So that's why like a lot of coaches don't, they only take like grad transfers and guys like that, because it's just easier to get them guys in and get them through. So like, make sure your grades are straight, and you know what I'm saying, and also build a relationship. I can say the similar part about recruiting from out the portal, because I did get recruited by a couple of schools, but recruiting from out the portal and recruited from high school, it has its similarities and its differences. I want to say similarities wise, I would say like the relationship building. If the coach wants you, gonna come. Like, they're gonna do what they gotta do to come get you, pretty much. Where I'm at right now, they did a great job of showing that they care and that they want me, you know what I'm saying, and applying pressure, pretty much. And the difference would be kind of just like more down to business, and like you have more control over recruitment than like what your parents say. I know some kids would be like, yeah, it kind of matters what mom and dad say, but at this point it's like up to you, because you done been through college, you know what it is, you know what location you want to be in, you know where you want to be at. It's just stuff like that you kind of figure out. As far as my recruitment went, it went pretty good, I would say. I was very satisfied with how everything went in my recruitment, how I panned out. Where I'm at right now is Tennessee Tech, you know what I'm saying? Go Eagles. Coach Chase. So once I entered the portal, Coach Chase, which was my position coach right now, like they were on me. I don't know how or who taught him. It's crazy how this world works, but people know people, and he ended up watching my film and seeing me. I entered the portal, and he liked me a lot. He ended up contacting me first, but then not only that, like I'm gonna say 2 or 3 days later, I was kind of still in Boone, finishing out the semester, because I had just entered the portal, but he had came to Boone. He flew to Boone, flew to Charlotte, drove to Boone, and came and took me out to eat in Boone. Well, it wasn't out to eat. He took me to get donuts, but which was like cool though. Like, what I'm saying, your coach coming to do that, took the time out of his day, out of his life to come and see me when he could have recruited me over the phone. Because at that point, I was honestly desperate to get in any school I could possibly, just to prove to people wrong that I could, I can play and that I can be a top player in the conference. And that was like kind of my mindset and where I was at with it. And he was all aboard with it too. I don't think I talked to any more coaches after I talked to them, honestly. It was people like hitting my phone and trying to get in contact with me, but I was kind of set in stone on like going to Tech. Honestly, like that's where I would like, and at that moment, that's where the official visit, maybe a couple months down the line. And Tennessee Tech is in Cookeville, Tennessee, which is like it's on top of Knoxville. It's in the middle of Knoxville and Nashville, so it's like right in the middle of it. It's a pretty cool place. I ain't gonna lie. Like at first when I came down here, I was like, this is like another Boone. It's straight through town, but actually it's pretty cool. Like, and they got some pretty cool people down here. A lot more commercial places than Boone had. I can't say as far as like your, Crumble Cookies, your Chipotle, Walmart, just like stores like that they had more of, and Boone just didn't have a lot of, as far as comparing it. And as far as the recruiting process went, like they did a great job of, getting with my parents and building a relationship with them. My mom, my OV, and she had a great time. I came in there when they were starting the spring/summer process, and Coach L, like I said, he did a great job of just getting my weight back up. Truly doing a great job of me gaining muscle mass and weight, because I came in like light, like 170, probably lower than that, and I ended up playing my first game at 181, which is pretty good for me. I feel like that was like a self goal for me at the whole time. Summer was cool. It wasn't hard. I kind of already had that mindset in my head that like it wasn't a workout that was gonna break me, because I wanted it more than anybody else out there. Because I had kind of like a chip on my shoulder coming from where I was coming from, honestly. So I was ready to really outwork anybody there. In fall, that's when we more so got like in the pads and like player on player action, offense versus defense type of stuff, one-on-ones, and it went well. I mean, I feel like I balled out and actually changed my position. So I started off as a corner at like I played corner and a little bit of nickel at app. And at Tech, they moved me to strong safety. This is my first year ever playing strong safety. I've never played strong safety a day in my life. So I was like nervous, more so for like the playbook. 'Cause I know like at corner, I really didn't have to like know as much playbook wise, just my coverages, maybe a few like tendencies here and there. But other than that, I didn't really have to know that. At safety, you gotta see everything. Like you gotta know and see like everything on the field. So like me being able to like do that and taking that big jump it kind of gave me motivation that I could take on the challenge. Sort of kind of be more of like a challenge. I wanted to be challenged. I feel like I did a great job, with just picking up on the position and learning like the key things and focusing on the small details, like getting a call out, knowing the personnel, knowing what quarterback or who's in at the time, looking at the tight ends, checking for your formation, seeing if it's 3x1, if it's 2x2, stuff like that. Like just little stuff that I had to pick up on to learn and make it second nature throughout like the next part of the season. So I took a definite sharp learning curve in the fall, in the beginning part of fall, but towards the end, like I definitely got it. Like I had the hang of it, and I was way, way, way more confident. I mean, I don't regret coming to Tech at all. I think that it was a blessing in disguise. Not even in disguise. Like, it was a blessing in full go. It allowed me to grow. It allowed me to, meet new people. I took school way, way more serious. Like I said, like I took it way more serious than I did at App, honestly. So it allowed me to lock in. We're thankful for the man above and also the coaches that, took the chance on me. And in the next video, we're gonna be getting into, recent success and how the season went. We're gonna go game by game. I'm gonna give y'all a breakdown. So we'll talk about like all the games and like how I felt going into them and stuff like that. And it'll be in a part 2. I might part 4 it and break it up by the season. Because we stepped this year. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You see it. It's right there. Yeah, you see it. We stepped this year. I ain't gonna lie. So more to come. Make sure I hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.
To the interception from Phil Young. Second, or make that third interception of the year. Coming in to make the tackle, Omari Fillion. Fillion, the safety, came down again and dropped Mason for a long. I'm catching it out, boy, who think started that? Buddy, you spinning and spinning and waiting. These niggas, they sound like a laundry man. Come through black on black, the windshield black,